Welcome to Wilson's Wild Ride. We do everything RV and travel. If these things interest you, please subscribe, hit that notification so you never miss a beat. Our brand new camper, we thought the air condition had broken, but turns out it was an easy fix. We're going to show you what we did up next. Okay, so when we got home, everything worked except for the AC. The AC wouldn't turn on. The living room AC nor the bedroom. Neither one of them would turn on. The fan, nothing. We got nothing. So what I did is I reset my in-command system. And this is what you have to do that. First of all, you're going to come up here and you're going to hit the power button, and that brings up your passcode and stuff. You don't need to put anything in, but if you hold this power button down, it says power off. Now, I'm not going to power this off because everything's working fine, and I don't want to poke the bear, right? So, but power it off, and then when that's powered off, then the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna come outside. Now, inside here, there's this little box right there. It's in the very center of this control module. And it's a little black box with a little round black button. You press that and hold for 2 seconds, and you're going to hear a clicking sound. Notice on the very top that there's a red light. That's important later, and I'm going to show you what that's about. And then the next thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to disconnect all of the power from the camper. So first thing, we're going to come over here, because here's our plug-in, right? We're going to, I'm not going to do this, like I said, I don't want to poke the bear, but what you will do is you will flip the breaker down and you'll turn that off. I even unplugged my surge protector and just laid it on the ground for a minute, just so you don't have to do that, but that's what I did. The next thing that you're going to do, very, very important, if you have the in-command system and you're in a travel trailer, you'll have a little switch inside your dry wheel compartment which you could turn, and it comes off, and that will separate your battery from the camper. Unfortunately, my fifth wheel does not have that. My old camper did. So what I'll do is I will break this nut loose, and I will take this negative off of the terminal. I will take this wire off the terminal and don't let it touch, do not let it touch your positive terminal, because it will spark. But when this comes off, that will eliminate the power from the camper. Now, something I learned, now your older campers that do not have, unless you actually put a solar panel on it, then that may be different. But the newer campers now come with solar panels, and when that was disconnected and it was unplugged, that light was still on. This light was still on. The reason being, even though the battery was disconnected, so we had no power going to it from the battery. It was disconnected from the box out there. So we were totally unplugged, but we still had it was very sunny, and so we had just enough trickle energy from the solar panel to keep this thing charged. And so when I went in there, because these are the things that I was told to do, and I didn't look at the light, and so when I went inside, of course the air condition still didn't work. So I had to go back out here, and I did all that again, and I'm gonna show you now what you have to do. You have to actually get up on top of the roof, and there are 2 cables on top of the roof that you have to, all you have to do is undo one of them. And on my camper here, they got these pins Those in my pocket. All right, now we're on the roof. So here's my solar panel, right? And you got these two wires that come out of it, and it goes to this box. Now what I did is I just took this wire here. If you look close, you squeeze the top and the bottom, and this part here will come right off. Now with that off, we have now successfully separated all of the power from that control module. Now that light up there, that when you disconnect the solar panel, disconnect your where you're plugged in, and you disconnect the battery, that light right there will not be on anymore. Now what you're going to do is you're going to wait. I like to give it maybe 30 seconds to a minute, and then you're going to plug back in. You're going to put the breaker back in, let your surge protector do its thing, and then come over here and you're going to hook your battery up. Once you get your battery hooked up, we're going to go back inside. Let's go back. All right, we're going to come back inside, and then when we get inside, we're going to come back up here and we're going to turn it on. And now when you click your HVAC, we're going to go to the living room. It's off. Turn it on. We know we're good, because what happens is this bottom number, the zone, there'll be a line right there. Instead of a number, there will be a line, and that's when you know that it's not right. So you just do that, and and make sure that light goes out. When that light goes out, then go ahead and put everything back the way it was, and then come in here and you'll have your bottom number there. And when that's there, everything comes back on and everybody's happy. Hope you found this helpful. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to enjoy the ride.